Okay, we're going to talk about how sales mix works. And so all sales mix is that it is recognizing that companies, and I believe that all companies, don't sell just one product. So they aren't trying to determine how many of one product to sell to break even. So like selling just sodas. Maybe that could be the case. If all you sell is sodas, then how many sodas do you need to sell just to break even? But most companies don't do that. Even like In-N-Out Burger, they sell burgers and fries and soft drinks and shakes. So they sell at least four different things. Some companies sell quite a few things. So they want to know what's the composite or the mix, the sales mix. How many items do they need to sell of a particular mix just to break even, given that some items are more profitable than others? And that whether you recognize it or not, there is a lot more profit in a soft drink at In-N-Out Burger than there is in a hamburger. Now they're selling a hamburger for, I don't know what they go for now, what, $3.50 or $4. What do you think that the profit, the contribution margin in a hamburger is? It's probably about 25%, do you think? A $4 hamburger, they probably have $3 of cost in it, so they make a buck. But on a $1.50 soft drink, what do you think the contribution margin is there? Oh, it's probably 90%. They probably have a 15 cents of cost in it for cup and syrup, and water's free or almost free. And so there's quite a bit of profit in there. But they know that they sell hamburgers and soft drinks and other things, so they want to know just how many of a package of meals do they have to sell, given that some items in the meal have larger contribution margins than others. So let me give you an example of how that's going to work. This is a restaurant, actually is a pretty good example of how this works. Okay, at a restaurant, we have this a particular restaurant, and my fixed cost for this restaurant, if I don't open it all during a month, my costs are going to be $40,000. Those are fixed; they will not change. So I really want to know, how many tables do I need to seat? That's the composite unit. That's how I'm going to measure. Not how many drinks do I need to sell or how many meals do I need to sell. How many tables do I need to seat per month just to break even? So now we've got to get some data on what the average table orders. Okay, the average table. Now the people that come in and sit, people will order drinks. They'll order appetizers. They'll order entrees, and they'll order desserts. So that's the four items that make up the composite, or the composite unit. Is that's what a table is. A table is made up of sales of these items. Okay, so now let's get some data on these items. Okay, we've got a sales price. Whatever the sale price is and the variable cost of each one's going to yield a contribution margin. So I'm going to say the drinks, we make $2 on drinks, and maybe I'm not going to take the time to put in these numbers, but maybe we sell them for $2.50. They cost us 50 cents, so we make $2 per drink. Okay. Appetizers, whatever we sell them for minus their variable cost, we make $6 per appetizer. Entrees, we make only about $4 per entree, and desserts we make actually $8 for desserts. Now, the average table seats 4 people. And this is just data that has to be captured, and based on historical information, I think companies can figure this out. The average table, we're going to say, seats 4 people. So some seat 3, some seat 5, some seat 2, some seat 6. The average table size is 4. Now, and a table of 4, on the average, they'll order 2 drinks. They'll order 1 appetizer. Some tables will order 2, some will order none. So on the average, 1. They'll order 4 entrees, and they'll order 3 desserts. So per table, we're going to make $4 on drinks. 2 drinks, and the contribution margin per drink is $2. So we're going to make $4. Appetizers, we're going to make $6, one appetizer on the average. Entrees, $4 per entree. Average order is 4 entrees, so we're going to make $16 per table on entrees. That's the contribution margin per table. And then desserts, 3 of them at $8, that's $24. So total contribution margin per table, $50 per table. Now remember, the table is the composite unit. We're not talking about how many entrees do I need to sell or how many drinks do I need to sell. We're talking about how many tables do I need to seat at an average of 4 people per table, ordering an average of 2 drinks, 1 entree, 1 appetizer, 4 entrees, and 3 desserts. $50 per table. Now we're ready to go. Fixed costs, the break-even point in tables, in units, $40,000 at $50 per table. That's the total contribution margin that I'm getting per table. I need to seat 800 tables. So that's all we did. Was before we got to the formula, I needed to just do a little bit of legwork to find out what the total contribution margin was per unit, however I'm defining that unit, being a table seated or a grocery cart loaded or whatever it is that customers come in and buy. I can also do this. I can also break this down into that 800 tables. How many drinks will that be? And how many appetizers will that be? How many entrees will that be? And how many desserts will that be? Got to talk to the office manager about that. Well, 800 tables, each one orders 2 drinks. That'll be 1,600 drinks. Appetizers, each one orders in 1, so that'll be 800 appetizers we're going to have to serve up. Entrees, on the average, 4 entrees per table, 800 tables, that's 3,200 entrees. And desserts, on the average, 3 per table, so that'll be 2,400 desserts. Let's take it a step further. If we sell 1,600 drinks and we're making $2 per drink, we're going to make $3,200 right there. Appetizers, if we sell 800 of them and we make $6 a piece, that's $4,800 we're going to make on appetizers, total contribution. 3,200 entrees at $4 per entree. That's $12,800. And then desserts at $8 a piece, 2,400 of them, $19,200. If we can sell 800 tables and the composite holds true, what will my total contribution margin be at the break-even point? If you add these up, it'll be $40,000, just enough to cover the fixed cost. Oops. Yeah. We can even calculate, if we wanted to say, how many tables do I need to sell to seat to make $10,000 a month? Well, add 10,000 up here. It's 50,000 divided by 50. So to make 10,000 a month, I'd have to seat 1,000 tables given this composite and that contribution. See how that works? It's the same concept. It's just that it recognizes that companies are not selling one product. They're selling a unit. They're selling like a In-N-Out Burger, or selling burgers, fries, and a drink. So they want to know how many meals do they need to sell. So, and that's what that is. And that's what they did here. They went through the break-even sales mix composite unit. So here's their composite unit. They said that the total contribution margin of a composite unit is $160. They took let me see, this was the selling price. This was the variable cost. So they subtracted the two to get the $96, the total contribution margin for the unit. Then they divided the fixed cost by that to find out how many of those units they need to sell. Yeah, that's all it is. I think if you go through that a couple times, it'll make sense. And that, my friends, is the entire chapter, other than they talk about this cost, volume, profit analysis. What are some assumptions? It says that costs, we're assuming that costs can be either variable or fixed, that we can get those done. Costs are linear within a relevant range. That means we don't have any of those step costs or curvilinear. They're either fixed or variable within the relevant range. All units produced or sold. We're not carrying any inventory. We'll talk about that in the next chapter. And that the sales mix doesn't change, that the sales mix is holding constant. That's it. That's all there is. Nice. So take a look at that. Take a look at the chapter. Maybe I'll load one more video doing the homework problems, running through those quickly. But of course, your problems are just a variation of the ones in the back. The A problems in the back of the chapter. Find the A problem. Look at the solution on Canvas. See how see the theory that was used to solve that problem and apply it to your problem. So pretty good chapter, I think. I think this is a good chapter. Now, this next exam that we're going to be having is on this chapter and the next one. This is chapter 18 and 19. 18 and 19. 90% of this next exam is going to be on this chapter. The next chapter, only about 10% of it. It's an odd chapter. They don't have good questions, test questions on it. So if your time is limited, concentrate your efforts on this chapter. So anyway, hope you're doing well, and we'll catch up with you on the next video.